Yes,
You leading?
honey. Huh?
You leading us, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got us. I got us. I got us.
Okay,
You hear
good.
me?
She said,
I want to make sure.
Like,
Please
oh
don't
my
put it on
God.
me right now.
I got us. I'm gonna bring us in. Welcome to Shop Chit Chat. Thank you for chilling with your girl Asia B. You guys, I have a great show for us today. I am so in love with who I have on this show today. We go back, and I'm so happy that he was able to take out some time in his schedule. Some of you all may know him as Ambitious Scorpio. I personally know him as Sean P. You know?
Yes, indeed.
Yes. So we are so happy to have Sean here today. Sean, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. I'm feeling good. I'm excited to be here.
Okay.
I do want to thank you for having me on the show today. This is something new for me, so I'm just ready to, get into it.
Yeah.
And get it going.
Yeah, definitely. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us what you do. Tell people how they could get in touch with you and check out some of your work. So introduce yourself
I
to
am
us.
Shondell. That is my name. But my hair name is Ambitious Scorpio. I am a male hairstylist. I've always had the desire to do hair as a kid. And it just really went from there.
Okay.
I really kind of picked up on being comfortable and branching out to do other people's hair in 2014.
Okay.
And since then, a lot of people like my work. And then maybe a year or two later, I met Kiasia.
Okay.
I was actually a cashier at Walmart. And she became my hairstylist.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
Had
Ever
locks.
since then,
Yeah.
we just, from the moment of me seeing her, I kid you not, I met her at the front door at Walmart. Ever since then, from her, just greeting me, we just kind of clicked from there.
Yeah, it was definitely a vibe.
It was definitely.
It's a vibe.
It's like, honestly, I have all brothers, and this is like the big sister that I've always wanted.
Oh.
So, and I really appreciate you for that. I specialize in a lot of different things. One of my main things that I do, I'll give you the main two, is I'm a loctician. I specialize in locks, retwist, styles. Mm-hmm. And
very good at it too.
Thank you.
My loctician, by the way.
Yes, indeed. The tables have turned.
Yes, they have.
She started off as my hairstylist, and now I'm hers.
Wow, definitely.
Yes, indeed, and I'm grateful for it. The second thing that I specialize in is lace installs, wigs, sew-ins, and pretty much I really do everything. Yeah. So I just had a passion for this, and this is just who I am. And I love to do hair. I love to make people feel good.
Okay.
And I love how they leave. A lot of people come in, they don't feel good about themselves. Even if they do have a confidence, I just love to see a smile on somebody's face. And so here I am as Ambitious Scorpio.
Yeah.
Male hairstylist at MWA Salon. Yeah.
I've definitely seen you grown over the years in this industry. I am very proud of you. I want you to definitely keep up the great work that you are doing. And I know that you kept emphasizing a little bit on being a male stylist in the industry. Yeah. So you've been doing hair, correct me if I'm wrong, for about 5-6 years straight?
Yes.
Like being without working.
Full time, no work, none of that. Just stepping out on faith.
Okay.
And really, honestly, really taking in. So since, if I may, elaborate a little bit. Since I met Kiki, is we've grown this bond, and she's learned that, I've also too had an interest in doing hair, and ever since then she was on me about it. She's like, you know what, you need to do this, you need to do that. And having that motivation right alongside of being a male hairstylist someone where we get kind of judged, you know, of what you should do as a male, what you shouldn't do. And having you next to me, as well as, you know, my parents and my brothers and some friends, like, it really has motivated me and made me feel very comfortable in who I am. As being
that's what I'm talking
a male that can, you know,
do hair.
Period. You know, have someone look at you, give someone their confidence back, give someone, help make someone feel like their self. You know, so that's something over the years, like I said, with the help of you, some very close friends of myself, and as well as my families, like my mom, y'all really, you know, I appreciate that because it really has helped me.
That's good. So would you say that it's like very important that people surround themselves around people who are motivating for or pushing them towards their dreams and their goals? It's very important.
I think that is very important. And the reason that I say that it is because doing something like this or doing something out of the ordinary, out of the box, what people not used to, having that support. Motivation is support.
Yeah.
You know, when we have someone like yourself or my mom or like the friends I keep talking about, they have you like, oh, you don't have to worry about that. You know, do you. You have a talent, you know, or just overall helping you get to a place where judgment is not a problem.
Yeah.
And that's the motivation behind that. I really feel like it's very important. It's very essential to people that do things out of the box where they feel like they are closed in. It's like, okay, well, the world look at me like this, or this person look at me like this, and I can't do that. And it's just like having those people alongside of you that see you for who you are, and they understand your purpose.
Yeah.
So motivation is definitely to me important in this industry or anything that you may do.
Yeah.
That's out of the box for the next person.
I think it's very important that you receive support from your family and your friends, because when you're out in the world and people don't know you, they tend to criticize you before they could even see your talent or even get to know you for who you are. And so with that being said, do you ever felt like when being introduced to new clients or whatever, have you ever felt like they judged you before they ever?
Yes. I do. Sometimes it is personal because of the simple fact that I'm a very self-analyzing person.
Okay.
You know, so it's like each and every day I get up and do hair, or if I meet a new client, I'm always looking at myself like, okay, well, this is a new client. I'm a male hairstylist. I wonder how comfortable this person may feel coming to me to get their hair done. You know, or if this person is wondering, you know, sometimes people do wonder outside of what they should wonder. But as far as anything else, like those are challenges and I just overcome them because at the end of the day, I know that I'm doing something within my purpose.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that purpose
I'm
is
here
important.
to provide a service, you know, that I myself, growing up, didn't know that I would be a male hairstylist. I've always had the interest of doing hair. But honestly, and even like conversation we had earlier, I thought I wanted to be a lawyer and a doctor.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's one thing growing up. I've always told everyone, anybody that asks me anything, I want to be a lawyer and a doctor. And that's like, well, how you gonna do that? It's like 8 years of school plus. I'm just like, well, you know, I can do
a lot of
schooling. Put my mind to. But honestly, I take that as a kid, and I'm like, I wanted to be a surgeon. I did. Surgeons, they sew. They put things together.
Right.
I also want to be a lawyer. A lawyer is almost in a somewhat way as a therapist, but they also, you know, can be argumentative. So it's like I take those things that I wanted to be as a kid and I apply them to who I am today.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, sewing. I do hair. I do sew-ins. You know, I put things together. I make something that could be bad to someone else and I make it look beautiful.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, even though
check out this ponytail,
you're getting into it, you know.
Put me together, baby. Yes.
Thank you. But I definitely, you know, I take that and it's like, well, maybe I may not have went to a university for 4 years for this and then went to another one 4 years for that. But me being a male hairstylist, I still feel like I'm that doctor and that lawyer that I want to be.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And you know, even with it, it's like I can still make the money that those two make.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what form of a doctor or lawyer I would be.
Yeah.
And a doctor, you know, it's not just surgical or anything like that. It's multiple things.
Yeah. And what a lot of people fail to realize in the hair industry, I think, or not even just in the hair industry, people who are estheticians or could be makeup artists. You know, there is I feel like you're some type of doctor.
Yes.
Because you're making somebody feel that they may come in your chair or lay on your bed and they may not feel their best.
Right.
But when they get up, the service that you provided hopefully make them feel better than they did before they laid down or sat in your chair.
Right.
You know, so at some in some form, I feel like everybody who serviced some type of person, no matter what business that you're in, you are some type of doctor. Somebody, you're making somebody feel better.
I agree. I agree. It's even like with ourselves, but you can apply it to anything. We're therapists. You know.
Oh yeah, definitely that.
Friends when we don't want to be. Yeah, let's be real about it. You know, sometimes we deal with so many people. That is the truth. That is the truth. But you know, that's when the professional part come in.
Yeah.
Because even if you don't feel like it, you know, at this moment you are my client.
Yeah.
And people fail to realize, which probably could be another topic or another conversation.
Let's talk about it. Let's chat about
honestly,
it.
You know, a lot of people lack, or I ain't gonna say people, I'm gonna say a lot of us hairstylists nowadays lack that, you know, old school style. Because people used to be able to go into the shop and get all their problems out, girl talk or whatever, even though we're in a more unisex world now. You know, the shop is a place where, you know, you should be open. You should be able to pour your feelings out, leave it on the floor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And with your hair done, you don't think about that stuff no more. You're not even going to pick it up. You know, you leave it right there on the floor because when we sweep up their hair,
we sweep it up them feelings.
We sweep up their feelings and they going in the trash. You know, so... And honestly, like even with us, with MWA, like I love that about us because when people come in, you're not leaving with your problems, but you're also not leaving your problems with us.
Right.
Like I said, when we clean that shop up, them feelings get cleaned up with that shop and they're on the trash. And we're going to see you in a month or 2 weeks, wherever, you know, it is. And do it all over again. So that's something I love about us. Like we can be multiple things. With just doing your hair alone.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
I definitely agree. And I've definitely been through it all these years of doing hair and just even servicing people. Even when I worked in the corporate world, you know what I'm saying? Servicing people, I definitely see and feel that you can definitely not carry those feelings. Do you feel like at sometimes clients pour a lot on you at once?
Do I? Do I? When I tell you, I don't downplay anybody else's profession. I don't downplay any other entrepreneur. But when I tell you hairstylists deal with the most that people don't even realize, I think people look at it more so like, oh, there's a hairstylist. You just doing my hair. No, like we have to deal with so much. And a lot of people don't have no one to talk to.
Yeah.
But a lot of people get really close to their hairstylists.
Yeah.
And it's like, they know
it's like
their
a second home.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
You know, to be able to relax, especially if you're getting a good shampoo and them fingers getting a work up in there.
Yeah.
But then you got something going on at home and you able to pour that out and get it out. And, you know, we take on a lot. We take on way more than what people realize, but it's us being strong within ourselves that keep us to be able to get up the next day and do it all over again.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But we definitely take on way more than a lot of people realize.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I agree. So, Sean, tell us a little bit, how long have you been in the industry and what are some of your goals? What do you do on a daily? What are some of the things that that you have to go through in order to structure your business and all of that good stuff?
So I have been in the industry full time for going on 4.5 to 5 years now.
Okay.
I came out of the retail industry, call center, customer service industry. Challenges, basically, right? Challenges on a day-to-day basis. I would say, I'm not gonna lie, personal life, my personal life outside of doing hair definitely can try to bring me a couple steps back. And that's one thing, you know, I've actually been working on is how to balance my personal life with my work life, because without work, you know, my purpose is nothing. Yeah. So that's one thing that I would say that is very challenging when it comes to working is the life outside of balance. It's balance. And it can be easy to do, but then it can be hard. So I try to remember I am human, but at the same time, I also try to remember that I need to fight harder for myself.
Yeah.
Then I'm fighting for other things that's not fulfilling my purpose.
Okay.
So that's really that and procrastination. Like I said, I'm human. I'm human.
I think a lot of people, more than what we think, battle with procrastination. Yes. Like, I don't know if we think that we have more time than what we think we do, but like lately, I've been noticing the value of time, the value of what I give, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think that's kind of helping me with procrastination because I'm learning my value. And I think as you learn your value in whether you just building your value as an individual or somebody that's discovering yourself here and your purpose, or you're being valuable for servicing somebody in the industry. I think once you start really learning your value as a person, procrastination will eventually dwindle down lower and lower.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. I do. It's just like I said, the human being part of us is what hinders us, you know, the stress, the mental part about it. And it's like you feel I think a lot of people go through different things in life to where they feel like, oh well, I do need to focus on this. But if I neglect this, you know, I've been through this before. I'm scared, you know, to experience that again. But one thing about it, especially in the industry that we in, we have to kind of let go of some of those things and not hold that to ourselves. You know, and those are the struggles that I'm worried about. My heart's so big. Yeah. I have a very big heart. Yeah. So it's like, I'm learning how to have a big heart more for myself than I do for something that may or may not be pouring into me. Yeah. So that's something I am working on. Yeah. And with that, I ain't gonna lie, it turns into a procrastination type of thing. The reason I say that, my mind gets so clouded sometimes, you know, and with dealing with clients, dealing with my personal life, and it's just to where like I have to separate it. You know, that's why people are like, why you got so many cell phones? Well, let me tell you something. If I have my mama, my brother, my friend, my cousin, and then my clients texting me all on one phone, I'm gonna turn that phone off. You know? So it don't make sense to a lot of people, but I have to have more than one device to separate it. Gotcha. You know, so when I'm in work mode, family gotta wait. I don't have to worry about family coming through my work phone because I have a separate phone for that where I can control it.
Almost like you do business. You should have your personal bank account in your business bank account.
Well, let's say
so
business,
you gotta organize every aspect.
Mix, you know, so it's just like I just think that's very essential, and I'm still working on it. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Even though I got it, I'm still working on it because it takes time, but. Yeah. I think that all of that plays a part in the procrastination part because it really becomes mental. And when you add the stress and the overwhelm and all of that stuff, that's where you get to a place where you're like, you know what, I just want to relax. Yeah. Or I need a break from this. And it might not be the time for you to take a break, but because you took so much on, you lose focus of what you need to do.
Speaking of that, I'm noticing that a lot of people, so I don't know if you all have had the opportunity, but y'all need to go check out Mr. Ambitious Scorpio's social media because his work is definitely excellent. However, Mr. Scorpio, we find it, not just you know, I mean, everybody I run into that are in the service industry for the most part, we procrastinate on posting or making content for our social media. We have the talent. Oh, the skills is definitely there. I want to know. I want to know, like, when you do or when you are able to post and all of that, where does your mind frame be? Like, what gets you motivated to be like, okay, no, this is the one? You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
So I'm a very creative type of person. So honestly, even though it can be an excuse, but then I'm making not an excuse. Okay. I'm a very creative person.
Okay.
Sometimes I get a lot of work that can be similar. You know, so I don't want to flood, you know, social media or any other site with the same post sometimes. So I like to do things out of the box and different. And to me, out of the box is out of the box.
Yes.
You know? I do procrastinate. I can post a lot more. I can. But I do like different. Okay. I love to be challenged. Yeah. Give me something that someone else, you know, can do, but it's like, oh, how did they do that? Like, are you able to do that? Or, you know, do you know which way to go to do it? I like things like that. And when you give me that and I execute it, you got to post. Yeah. But I do know as far as if I want to grow, I need to, you know, do more content. As of right now, I am slowly trying to control my clientele. Yeah. I don't want to really have to reject too many people, you know, because I do know I have a personal life and I do know I have a very good clientele right now. So it's like, I like to even though a person can hear this and be like, that don't make sense. I want my hair done too like everybody else. But it's like, you will be more happy that I make room for you versus, you know, I'm posting and say I can't get you in. You know, right? Exactly. So I rather get it to a point where as I'm going, that I'm actually getting it organized to where okay, I have these people that's coming already. So I have been, as we talked, you know, in the past, like making sure I have my monthly schedules before my client leave. So that's also helping me with controlling that. Yeah. And once I feel like it's a little more controlled, then that's when I'll start posting. So even though it don't make sense to y'all, when you post, and this is my experience with starting, I started out full-time in 2019. Yeah. I have been working a job. I've always worked. Even through school, I've worked. I got to a point where I say, you know what? I want to be my own boss. Oh, yeah. I take criticism well. I take instruction well. I got to a point where the job that I was at did not want to promote me. They didn't want to promote me, and it was because they wanted me to stay there so they won't lose me. Yeah. And so I stepped out and I started doing my own thing with the hair industry. Oh, okay. With the hair industry. So this is me. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm ready to do what I got to do, but I just want to take my time with it. Okay. You know, I don't like upsetting people. I really don't like to be a no person. Okay. Especially when it comes to someone that is, you know, that wants to come and experience my craft. Yeah. You know, I don't want to give you that. I rather, you know, I just rather give you an opportunity to get a spot versus to where you're trying to get a spot and you just can't get in. Yeah. You know, so that's my reasoning. That's one of my reasons right now why I'm kind of slowing it down a little bit with the posting, because I just know the more I post, the more it's going to attract people. And I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to. You don't want to be able to service those people, you know. I want to service them. I just want to be able to service them comfortably. Okay. You know, I don't. It's one thing. It was like you really want something, but you can't get to it. If that makes sense. Yeah. And so I just know, like, if I keep posting as of right now, you know, it's like, well, I know I can't service everybody in the world, but I do want to get to a point where I'm so organized and in a good, clear headspace to where I can offer my qualities to more people. Yeah. And not because I'm still juggling through a phone and a website and Facebook and Instagram. So pretty much you're saying that it's very important to you that you get a foundation set as far as having your policies in place and a structure and how they're booking, so that you don't have any distractions and you can present yourself as a valuable person, as a valuable stylist to that client. Right, because one thing I'm trying to do, let me tell you real quick, I'm sorry. One thing I'm trying to do is stay off Facebook. And let me tell you why I mean stay off Facebook. Why? You get people. That is a marketing platform. It is. No, I'm on Facebook. Let me tell you what I mean by stay off Facebook. You made one person mad. And let me tell you something. They is finna burn your whole world down all because they couldn't get a spot in your chair. You know?
Ooh, okay. We can talk about this.
So what I want to stay off of Facebook. You know, I want to give a professional, like I want to give the good energy vibe. I want to give you know, he do his best. He do what he can. I don't want to get there to where I'm in the comments having to defend myself against a client that couldn't understand the fact that I'm human, just like you.
Well, I'm so happy that you brought this up because I have lately been seeing a lot of I'm a part of a lot of groups on Facebook or whatever. And I am seeing the comments and the posts. And that is one of the reasons why I wanted to present this platform, because I feel like as sometimes a beauty professional may not have a platform to where that they could say their side of the story. And even if they said their side of the story, the client has made them look so bad that nobody wants to hear it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it's hard to come back from what. Let me tell you something. Negativity outweighs positivity.
Oh, definitely. I've always been told a bad word will spread faster than anything.
I'm telling you,
know?
It's crazy because you can be so innocent. But because I say I'm booked for the week and a person really needs to get in, I have a policy. Book at least a week or two in advance to make sure you have a secure spot. Mostly book at least a month in advance because that's, you know, ideally that's how you stay organized. I have a client try to book in the same weekend because I can't get them in, and depending on how they feel, they'll, you know, go in the comments or make a post and this stylist can't ever get me in. They too busy for me. I kid you not. And I tell people this story. I don't even remember the client's name. I had a client that booked me for lock extensions. And at the time, you know, my price was $500. Well, I'm busy. You know, I'm not saying that I don't have enough time to respond to you, but I am a hairstylist. I'm an entrepreneur. Not only that, I have a personal life that I have to obtain outside of me being a professional. So it's like, if I can get to you when I can, I just feel like people should understand that, for one, I just met you. I don't know you from Adam, Eve. I don't know you personally at all.
Right.
So this client, you know, I was actually I'm getting my clients done, you know, through the week. So I have a set day that I like to respond to people. Even though I'm off on Sundays, I like to respond on Sundays. I'm chilling. I'm chilling at home. It's nothing to shoot a text. It's nothing to look at my schedule and be like, okay, this is what I got for the week. Let me go ahead and get my people booked. This client didn't care about all that.
I can just imagine what this client did.
This client didn't care about all that. It's, oh, well, you want to not ignore me and don't want to, if you don't want to do my hair, just say that. And I was like, I'm reading it. I had to go back to her page to see who she was. I'm like, I don't know you. And I don't mean that by no disrespect. But for you to say that if I didn't want to do your hair, all I had to do was say that, I don't know you.
Yeah.
I never met you. I have no reason to personally not want to do your hair.
Yeah.
I'm a busy person. I'm not, if I'm doing hair, let me tell, this is what I tell people, even my clients that call and get in their feelings, I tell them, if I'm able to text you, I'm not doing my job.
Well,
you know, so it's just like, if I'm available all the time to send you a message when you want me to respond to you personally, and then I have like 100 plus other people to respond to as well, I'm not making no money.
Yeah.
That means I'm sitting around not doing nothing.
Texting. When I don't know if it's a pet peeve of yours, but a pet peeve of mine is I hate communicating on the phone with anybody, whether it's a text or call. If a client is sitting in my chair, and they're paying for that time, they deserve that time.
Exactly.
I can't keep playing in my phone or telling a client, let me take a break to eat. You as a professional should have your breaks scheduled out.
Exactly.
You should have everything scheduled out. You should know your timing of your services, how long it'll take. And I mean, like, I definitely get that.
Yeah.
You know, that time goes to that client, especially if you're spending your money. You know, what's my saying? Treat others how you want to be treated. When the world do that.
And honestly, too, it's not just that client's time.
Yeah.
It's the next client's time. It's our time. And in the beauty industry, hair industry, whatever whatever you want to go by, you can be 15 minutes late, and that can put me back 45 minutes to an hour. And people don't understand that.
Yeah.
Because it's prep time. It's a lot. So it's just like, a lot of people understand. It's just treat us and, do as if, like you said, treat us like you want to be treated.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what
definitely. And I think it's just vice versa. I think I talked about this a couple of episodes back or whatever about how not just the clients, but it has to definitely be a mutual thing with clients as well as with the business professional. Because if it's not a mutual thing, then who's going to feel like whose time is more valuable?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It has to be mutual. If you're allowing your client a 15-minute grace period to come in to their appointment, then allow that client that 15-minute grace period. And that client needs to understand you only get 15 minutes. I don't care if it's 16 minutes after that 15-minute grace period. Respect the time, because it's not just you. It's also the next person that may need to get their hair done. Maybe it's going in on your own personal time as a business professional, and your time is valued. Maybe you had to go get your kid from school when you finish that client, and you're going to push that parent back from going to pick their client up when they made the time out for you, and vice versa. If you're running behind to get to that client, if you're over 15 minutes, the same grace you give that client should be able to give to you. Exactly. But if you're over that time, you need to be able to compensate that client for going over that time.
Exactly. And that's definitely one thing I stand on. I stand on that. But one thing I want to tell your clients, you have to understand, being on time is essential, and you cannot, I can't say they cannot. Holding us to what you have going on personally has nothing to do with us. And a lot of people get so clinged on to us, and it's like, oh, no. We don't work a 9 to 5. We don't get company benefits. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that we do, we have to pay out of pocket for.
Yes.
So our time is definitely valuable. That's one thing I do respect that you said, though. If I'm 15 minutes late, and if I'm charging my client 15 or whatever my late fee is for being late, I charge myself that as well.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I feel like is very essential when it comes to that part. Treat, like you said, treat others like you want to be treated.
Definitely.
You can't sit here and be late. And then your client late. You charge them $30. That doesn't work.
That is not how that goes.
Right. Because if that's your late fee, then if you late, you gotta take $30 off that client. I just feel like it shows the clients that, okay, this person is not doing this on purpose. This person is not just trying to be unprofessional.
Yeah.
They understand. It's like things happen. People have to understand and realize that things happen.
Yeah.
Stop charging us for not being perfect.
Yeah.
Because no one is perfect.
Yeah.
No one is perfect.
Yeah.
And I get that a lot. I kid you not. I get that so much from my clients. And let me tell y'all, I'm human.
Yeah.
I'm so human.
Wait a minute. I got something. I know we don't have long on the show, but I got something that I want to go over. Because I know that you have a lot of friends, and I know some of your friends, and I'm not throwing no shade, but I know that you have a lot of friends who you do their hair.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me this. I seen a post this week, and this is what made me think about it, okay? One of the posts said, I think it said something like, yeah, friend, but it's still business. Business is business. What do you feel about friends, or even those clients that you feel like have come attached? You've been doing their hair for years, so you feel like they feel like you're going to always give them a slide, or even a family member. How do you handle your business and the passion and the service that you deliver with your family.
You know,
do you offer like a family discount or a friend discount?
Let me tell you something.
How do you feel about that?
This is really a good question that you asked me because I do deal with this.
Okay.
I do. I think I handle it well. Certain times, you know, I'm not perfect. Like I said, I don't catch everything. Sometimes I give some people more of a pass. I ain't gonna say more of a pass, but at the end of the day, when you have someone that feel like, oh, I'm so cool with him, he's so cool. You know, I ain't got it like that right now. Certain people, I just feel like I know, you know, who I can kind of give a little leniency to. And then certain people, I know that you can't do that. And let me tell you one thing about me. I don't care how professional you think I'm supposed to be. I'm human.
Yeah.
And if I feel some kind of way, I'm about to tell you about yourself. I'm going to tell you about yourself because one thing about it, two things for sure. I'm not about to play on someone else's life. And I'm going to say play on your life because I have bills to pay like everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, and like we just said previously, we don't get no benefits.
Yeah.
Everything that we have to do comes out of our pockets. So just imagine how much work that we have to put in to afford life insurance. We have to get our hands insured, our backs insured, our feet. You know what I'm saying? We have to get on a day-to-day basis. If you're doing what you're supposed to, you got to get pedicures on a daily, massages on a daily, or we going to be walking around here and our wrist going to be like this and our back going to be up like that. Like, we can't do that. So it's like, don't play with my time and don't play with my money because this is my body. This is something that I need. Yeah. Like, you know, if I abuse this, it ain't no more me. Yeah. You gonna have to find you another hairstylist and good luck. Yeah. On the quality. And I don't mean no shade by that. I don't. But at the end of the day, though, you know, I really have to put people in their place with that sometimes because they will try it. Yeah. They will try it. People will take advantage and feel like, oh, he's so cool. Oh, he won't mind. And it's just like, okay, well, you don't know what I have to do on a day-to-day basis. When I go home, you don't know what I have to deal with. Yeah. You know, like you don't know what's in my account. Just because you see I'm posting hair, you don't know what I got to pay for. Yeah. You know, so I do deal with that, and I have to. It's not as bad. I will say that it's not as bad. I'm gonna get it one way or another. Yeah. That's one thing about me too. Yeah. It don't matter if it's cash, if I'm gonna get something to eat, if I need a rug for my living room. Yeah. You know, but overall though, seriously, I deal with it. I think I handle it well, and I check it when I need to. And then when I feel like I don't need to, I just know that's from God. Yeah. You know, he put it on my heart because I do have a big heart. I don't mind helping people. Yeah. But I can tell, you know, if you really need this.
When you play it on my
and
top.
And if you don't need it, I'm going to tell you, you ain't got no business trying to get your hair done right now, no ways. I don't care how long I've been knowing you. If you feel comfortable enough to ask me for a discount or can I pay you in 2 weeks, I'm going to tell you about yourself. You don't need to get your hair done right now. You need to wait them 2 weeks. When them 2 weeks come, you need to book you an appointment. But I just love to be human with it. You know, I don't like to make myself a robot when it comes to this industry. Yeah. Because people expect that out of you. People expect you to be so perfect to where you just take stuff. Yeah. And it's like, no, I'm not here to take nothing. Like I have a talent, and I have a God-given talent that I'm willing to bless everybody with. But I'm human. I'm not here to take no BS from nobody. Yeah. I'm not here to bow down to no one. That's exactly why I quit a 9-to-5 and I became an entrepreneur for myself because I want to answer to me. Yeah. After I get up in the morning and pray to the good Lord above and ask him to order my steps, I'm answering to nobody but myself because I run my business. Yeah. I've sacrificed this. I work hard to get here. Yeah. No help. And I'm no financial help, I would say that. Motivational, mental help, yes, I've had that. But other than that, I take pride in what I do, and I don't let nobody try to step on that. Or, you know, because no, this is me. You know, this is me doing this. This is something I had to become comfortable with the help of a few people, a handful of people that help me, you know who Ambitious Scorpio is, you know, to help me understand who I am as a person. When I was born, I didn't choose this. You know, I didn't say I want to wake up and do hair. I didn't. It came. It came, so.
Now, do you feel like doing hair? I know I said that this was gonna be the end, but do you feel like doing hair? Is it like a stress relief to you at times?
I don't know how to explain it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really don't know how to explain it. I just love the art of doing hair.
Yeah. The creativity part of it.
I'm a perfectionist. Honestly, I used to watch. My mom actually started it out.
Okay.
My mom used to do her own hair. My aunt she went to cosmetology school as well.
Okay.
But my mom started it out, so she'll do her hair or whatever, and she's like, I can't get the back. Can you come glue the tracks in the back so I'll come do it for her? And I've always been a person, I like stuff neat.
Okay.
I like to do it the right way. I can't rush things and just slap it in there. And I used to watch people, and I'm just like, why are you doing it like that? You're like, can you just put it in the right way so it can last longer, so it can look good? So I used to watch my cousins, and I just like, oh, it used to be so cringy. I promise you, it used to be so cringy. Watching them try to glue their tracks in or do this, and it's not coming out right. And I'm just like, I've always been, no matter what it comes to. Yeah. I've always been the kind of person that's just like, common sense. And I ain't saying, I'm not trying to make myself, I don't put myself above the next person. Yeah. I just really, I don't think it take much.
Yeah. That's learn. Because it comes natural to you. Some things like, for instance, like my videographer, photographer, or the people that are my VAs, like what they do is hard for me. Yeah. Like I tell them all the time, I just do hair, baby.
It be like that sometimes. People like, are you a barber? No, I ain't no barber. You don't want to come over here now. My brother cut hair out. I know this person. I got a few people I went to school with and grew up with. I know they. No, don't.
But we know. We know what works for us. Yes. Definitely do. So before we go, I just want you to go ahead. I want you to first tell everybody. I know that it's been almost 2 years that you actually stepped out on your own and decided to work in a salon suite. And I'm saying this because we know of my past of how these salons are closing. And it's so scary. And I know a lot of people are working from home. A lot of business professionals are working from home. And some may find it scary to go into or step out on faith and go into a salon setting or work in a salon. Since you've been in a salon and made that step, what are some advantages that you have accomplished with being in a salon setting?
Well, one thing I can say starting this question or answer off is I can't speak for every salon setting. Yeah. Honestly, even though this is my first salon setting, I can only speak for MWA Salon. The reason why I say I can only speak for MWA Salon because even though I've did my research, I've been around people in salon settings, and honestly, MWA is the only salon that offers more than just a spot to do hair.
Oh, wow.
And this is not, let me tell y'all, it's not clout chasing. Just because Kiki is sitting here, this is real. This is real. I have friends that have spaces as well to this day. And they're like, I tell them not to put my business out there, but I tell them what I pay a month for my space. And they're like, oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. And then I ask them, oh, okay, well, what are you getting? What are you getting out of what you pay a month? Oh, just my space. Well, I get more than that. I get marketing ideas, branding ideas. We have meetings. It's way more to that. It's just to have a space to rent is not enough. Because even we were talking about the motivation or having that support system. Not everybody have a family that support them. Yeah. And the fact that MWA, we support each other is more than just having a space where you say, oh, because, you can be someone's like, oh, I just need the money. Come rent, come buy my space and give me this. You know what I'm saying? But it's more than that. You're renting my space, but I'm also developing you as an entrepreneur and a hairstylist because of the things that I've experienced in my life. I also want to grant to you because a lot of people have not granted to people. A lot of people are money hungry. A lot of people just want to do this and do that. And I honestly feel like that's why a lot of salons are not lasting. Because you're not getting what you're paying for.
Yeah.
You're getting the bare minimum. And when it comes to entrepreneurship and building a business, it's more than the bare minimum that you need in order to grow.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to learn it on your own. It's like going to church. You know, some people can't sit there and read the Bible themselves and grasp the understanding. Everybody needs a mentor. Yeah. Everybody needs someone to show them what they've been through to show you which way not to go, which way to go. Because, yeah, some of us like to bump our heads, but bumping your head all the time is not the right thing.
Yeah.
When you have someone that has bumped their head in the same direction that they see you bumping yours.
Baby, they got dizzy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're trying to stop you. So that's one thing I would say the reason why a lot of salons are not making it nowadays is because a lot of people are money hungry, and the overall agenda about who you are as a person. Like, even a lot of people can't just become hairstylists out here nowadays. You can't just look at somebody and be like, dang, you make $1,200 a week? I'm finna start doing hair. You cannot do that. That's not. You can try. You know,
yeah, it's honestly, very hard. It's very hard to get to that point.
People think our job is easy. When I tell people all the time that I work harder than somebody that work a 12-hour shift at a warehouse. I sweat when I work. Doing hair is not, just because you don't see me lifting a 50-pound box, that don't mean nothing.
It's definitely,
it takes a lot.
It takes a lot out of your body. You know, people don't think about people are standing 13, 14, 15 hours a day
constantly
on their feet, constantly moving. I remember when I told you with my finger locked up, you know.
Or even with doing the lock extensions, we stab ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, we go through so much that people are like, oh, you ain't lifting nothing. You ain't moving. Let me tell you something. You sitting down for maybe an hour to 2 hours, relaxing. And me personally, I'm a hairstylist. I don't move my hair chair. I move around my hair chair. And you know, there is a lot on myself, but that's just something I'm used to. I don't really turn my hair chair too much. I'm gonna work around you because that's what I'm used to. I'm used to working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
a lot of people, I see a lot of stylists like that though.
And a lot of people don't realize that. So it's just like we go through a lot.
Yeah.
We go through a lot. We definitely put in work.
Yeah.
Doing hair is way more than if you went to a warehouse using a power lift machine, because guess what? You still sitting down. Yeah. So.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like
I definitely feel you on that. But I want you to tell us again what it is you specialize in. Also tell us about how we could check out your work on all your social media streams.
So I specialize in locks. I'm a lock stylist. I also specialize in lace for wigs, custom color. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram either under Shondell Peer or Ambitious Scorpio. On Instagram is ambitious with 2 underscores. Scorpio, I'll pop up. And I'm just a vibe. I love what I do. Very genuine, energetic person. You know, and come check us out at MWA Salon. Yeah. I'm so grateful for you having me here today.
Thank you. I'm so grateful that you came today, and I'm glad we was able to get us a little chit-chat in. You know what I'm saying? I thank you all so much for tuning in again. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, you know, so we could get and see what all the chit-chat's about. Y'all have a blessed day. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to Shop Chit Chat with your girl, Asia B. Please go ahead and subscribe, comment, and like. And I'll catch you on the next one.